Dada hena wale otelu. Abiyama yinska wabiyako. Atak kwados, which make a kwados, but which make a lola mahe. With Shalom and Israel, El Shabbat, El Shabbat, the Dolo time, the Ola. Beni, Bene, Israel, Otizola. Kisha, Shekami, Masa, El Shaddai, El Shamayim, where it's added to by Omas V, Shabbat, by Nafash. Baruch Shemeka, Baruch Yemeneka, Baruch Tuateka, Baruch Kudushateka. El Shaddai Malek, El Shaddai Malak, El Shaddai Himno, Lola Mahe. Baruch Shem Kabor Makuto, Lola Mahe. Baruch Habo Elohim Min Kumo Melech Elyon. Hanuhu Lolam Vaeh. First of all, I'd like to give all honor and praise to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the great, mighty, revered God, the Most High God, who bestows his loving kindness, possesses all things, who remembers the pious deeds of the patriarchs, the Most High, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, who by no means clear the guilty, visiting iniquities of fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High's work is perfect for all his ways of justice, a God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and right is he. Giving due respect and honor to a head in Israel, my father, Chief Eleazar, to the chief men, princes, brothers and sisters, I say unto the tongue of my forefathers, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, God.
According to the standards and the curriculum that God set, according to what we read in this book gives you a description of what God considers to be good. This book gives you a description of what God considers and tell you what is righteous. This book gives you a description about who God says is evil. This book gives you a description of who God said is wicked. You cannot determine if you are good according to your own mind. You think you're good. But we as a whole have to be good according to the rules and the standards that is set according to what we read in this book.
That's right.
So if we're not following the standards that God set, you're evil.
That's right.
If you're not living according to the standards that God has set, you are evil.
That's right.
An evil and wicked person don't serve God. An evil and wicked person don't keep God's commandments. An evil and wicked person do according to their own ways. They do according to their own mind. Then they convince themselves that they are good. They convince themselves that they are good. But they're not good in the eyes of God. Because there's only one way to be good. And there's only one way to be evil and wicked. In order to find these things out, you got to read the book.
That's right.
We cannot continue to go aside from what God says. I said we cannot continue to go aside from what God said and feel you can be just accepted the way you is.
That's right, brother.
Want God to accept you the way you are. And it don't work like that.
That's right. That's right.
I said it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
That's right.
It don't work like that. This is why God created, the Most High created a pit.
That's right. For the wicked.
In one of the Psalms, he said, until the pit be dug for the wicked. Now, this specific pit that God dug, was that Psalms 94? Huh? What's that? Psalms 94? So you mean to tell me that there's a spot that God, a designated spot that God had for wicked people to go to?
That's right.
Huh? And there's a designated spot
That's right.
for people that have determined themselves and made their mind up to serve God where they go.
That's right, brother.
Because in Psalms 125 said, the lot of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands to iniquity.
That's right.
So when I do things contrary and opposite from what God says, now everything that I have done in my past that was godly is forgotten. It's forgotten. Read the book. Read the book. Let's go to Deuteronomy 6. Deuteronomy 6. No, go ahead, read it then. Read that.
Psalms chapter 94, verse 13.
Verse 13.
That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity.
That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity.
Until the pit.
Until the pit be digged
For the wicked.
For the wicked. So there's a spot where evil people go.
Oh,
I don't want to go there.
Oh,
I
God.
said, I don't want to go there. That's a spot where people that disregard and go against what God says,
That's right.
and they die in their iniquity. That's where you're going.
That's right.
That's where you're going. I'm not going there.
That's right, brother.
I'm not going there.
That's right.
How you know? I know I ain't going there.
Sure.
Why? Because I'm preparing myself now in this life not to go there according to how I live.
That's right.
I said, according to how I live, I can tell you I'm not going there.
That's right, brother.
Why? Because me personally, I believe what I read. And I made my mind up to stop playing.
That's right.
I made my mind up to stop playing. I didn't always make my mind up. As long as I've been living in this way of life, my mind was not made up because I kept going in and out with God. I kept fluctuating and wavering with God. And this is how you know when a person's mind ain't made up to serve God. When they continue to fluctuate and waver with the Creator's laws, His commandments, His statutes. And these same people make excuses to violate. They justify their actions to violate God.
That's right.
They justify their actions to violate God. But we realize that we are at fault with God, and then we convince ourselves that we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
We sick. Something's wrong with us.
Yes.
Let's read Deuteronomy chapter 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you.
Now these are the commandments. Whose commandments? Not my commandments. Not your commandments. These are the commandments of God. I said these are the laws, commandments, and statutes of God. This is, God has given us a way, an order of how He wants us to live. How He expects us to live. How He requires us to live. Commandments are established foundational principles for how we should live and interact with one another. Now we can gain. That's the only way to gain the attention of God. How we should interact with each other. Go ahead. Now hold up. Now the judgments. God's judgments is what? The righteous assessments of actions, the righteous assessments of your thoughts, and resulting in punishments or reward, and also encompasses human moral discernment. Okay? Righteous assessment is the process of testing, making a judgment about one's action and thoughts. But before God make a judgment about your actions and thoughts, He put you through the trials. He tests you. He try you. God try you and put the situation before your face to see what are your thoughts, how you feel, and what you're going to do by the situation that He put in front of you. Now God going to judge you according to your choices, because the things that you had chose to do was contrary and opposite from what God says. It didn't match. It didn't match the decisions of God, which means we have to think like God. And the only way to think like God is to read the book. That's the only way you're going to think like God. You have to read this book to instill this, these ways and these principles within yourself. Human moral discernment. Human moral discernment is the ability to perceive. Human moral discernment is the ability to judge and distinguish between what is right and what is wrong. We do wrong and expect right. We offend and don't want to get offended. We do things and don't want it to be done to you, and then lie about it. I ain't mean it, or I ain't do it, or I ain't did this. Come on, man. Come on, man. There's the ability to perceive, judge, distinguishing between what is right and wrong, what is good and evil, and to understand the ethical significance and implication of your actions and situations. It is the cognitive process involving careful thought, understanding, and consideration of consequences, and alignment with established morals to make righteous decisions, to make the correct decision according to the standards that God has set. If I have decided to do one thing and it is not a godly decision, because we make decisions according to our emotions. I said we make decisions according to our emotions, eradicating logic. I said eradicating logic. That's what we do. And that's why we get in trouble with God.
Won't be able to make a difference.
That's your time sheet.
Commandments, statutes, and judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you.
Commandments, statutes, and judgments which what?
Which the Lord your God commanded to teach you.
Read.
That you might do them in the land, whether you go to possess it.
Read.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God. He said, let's back up a little bit. He said, which the Lord thy God commanded to teach you. He commanded Moses to teach these people. So in teaching a people, you have to have patience. This is why Moses was the best man for the job.
Best man, that's right.
And even the Creator realized that I'm snatching a people from a place. I'm snatching a people from a place. They stayed in Egypt for 430 years. That's all they know. So when they left out of Egypt, guess what? They left there with the mentality of Egyptians. They left there with ways and customs of traditions of Egyptians. And if they did not make their mind up, it would have been no problem for them to return back. This is why people come to knowledge of God. And because they come to learn about the true and living God, while learning who God is, they have not made their mind up. While learning about the Creator. This is why when certain instances or certain situations happens, they return back to what they know best, which is idolatry. If you ain't serving God, you're serving an idol. If you ain't serving this God, automatically you're serving idols. Right. You ain't got to be in the church. You don't have to be in the mosque. You can say, all I do is sit home. I don't go nowhere. You're serving idols because you ain't serving God. If you ain't serving the idol, you're serving yourself. That's the number one idol of the people today is themselves, because we choose ourselves above what God says. We choose ourselves above what is right, what is wrong.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Teach a type of behavior through practice and instructions. A teacher makes you know the disagreeable consequences of your actions. I said a true teacher makes you know the disagreeable consequences of your actions against God. I said there are disagreeable consequences, things that you do that are against God. And when we do things that is against God, God charge you. I don't know when he's going to visit you, but he's going to charge you. And you will answer for these actions that are disagreeable according to what God says. Right. All right? By instructing you by precepts, example, and experience. All right? It's a general rule to regulate actions and thoughts. Go ahead. Now,
verse 2.
Verse 2.
Deuteronomy 6, verse 2. That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God. To fear, this is the same fear that God said to fear your parents. This is the same fear that God said to be afraid of your parents. Right? It means to revere, to be afraid, not to offend God. Be afraid not to offend God. Be afraid not to offend your parents. That's right. Go ahead.
To keep all his statutes.
To keep. The Hebrew word for keep is shamad. Shin mem resh. It means to be on guard, to observe, to give heed. Okay? To give heed means to observe and acknowledge, to take actions. Acknowledge with the purpose of taking action towards fulfilling the laws and the commandments of God. And that is the person of acknowledging or observing, because you have the intentions of taking action. You have the intentions of fulfilling these laws, commandments, and statutes. To be on guard means to be on alert concerning the danger of violation of the commandments of God. Which means, you know what that means? We got to serve God being cautious. That means be cautious when we do things. I may be in violation of the commandments of God, so let me pull back and not do it. I may be in violation of the commandments of God, so let me not partake of this. That's what that means. It means to be on guard. It means to be cautious, to be alert concerning the danger of violation of the commandments of God, to take notice of what is expected of you from God. There are things that God expects from us. There are things that God has required from us. But we don't care about that. We don't care about that. Let's read.
Middle of verse 2. And his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged.
Thou and thy son,
and thy son's
and
son,
thy son's son,
all the days of thy life,
all the days of thy life,
that thy days may be prolonged.
You see how you prolong your days? You prolong your days by fulfilling the laws and the commandments of God. That's how you prolong your days. Okay? So now, God is commanding us to teach your son. He said, and your son's son, and your son's son's son. So once we get in the way of that, we can't get in the way of that.
Right. Can't disrupt that.
Can't disrupt that. Go ahead, read.
Verse 3. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it.
Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it.
That it may be well with thee.
That it may be well with thee. The Hebrew word for well, it means, it's yatab. It means to be good. It means to improve. The only way to improve before God is to fulfill these laws according to what it reads. Now, last week or 2 weeks before, I said, I don't follow Judaism. And I know some people that say, Judaism is the law. But the Judaism got, whatever they got from Judaism, they got it out the book. You know what else is Judaism that I don't read in the book? Bar mitzvah. I don't read that in the book. You know what else is Judaism that I don't read in the book? Bat mitzvah. Okay? There are a lot of things that is in Judaism that I don't read in the book, but Israelites follow it. So you follow the book. Follow the book. Follow what you read. Follow this, man. And stop trying to add on and take away from what you read from the book, man. Tamshi.
Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee.
That it may be good with you.
And that he may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers had promised thee.
Tamshi.
In the land that floweth with milk and honey.
Read.
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel.
The Lord our God
the
is
Lord
one Lord.
Our God is one Lord. It's only one God. I said there's only one God. And the God that we serve, the only God. There are ways that we need to, things that we need to fulfill and do to serve this God. There are commandments that we need to fulfill to serve this God. There are things that we should not be doing to serve this God. But a lot of people restrain and hold themselves back because there's too many restrictions. Right now, you got people sitting in their house watching TV, some playing music, some making plans to go out, and they feel they're not evil and wicked. Once you know about this and God has revealed to you these laws, commandments, and statutes, you are held accountable. You're held accountable. You're held accountable, man.
That's right, brother.
And go ahead, read.
Verse 5.
Verse 5.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God.
With all thine heart.
Okay. Love is based on admiration, benevolence, and common interest. So let's get into these words. Admiration is astonished approbation. It's when you formally approve. This is when you truly know what a person has made their mind up. They start to speak and they start to talk. And so you start to hear it in their speech. You start to hear them say, man, listen, I know this is the only God. That person that truly voiced those things and believe it, they ain't going nowhere.
Declaration.
They done made a declaration. They done made a declaration. Benevolence is disposition to do good. Now, what is disposition? Disposition is the positive or negative way of viewing the world like the common people. Ingrained habitual tendency. I said ingrained habitual tendency to act morally characterized by a positive mental state and inclined to pursue what is right, guiding your choices and actions, aligning your heart and mind, making sure it coincides with what God said. I said aligning your thoughts, aligning your actions, aligning the things that I've done with what God said. So now I will be able to differentiate whether I'm right or wrong. I don't need nobody to tell me if I'm wrong or right, because I am aligning meaning comparing my thoughts, comparing my actions, comparing my doings according to what God said. Now I can tell myself whether I'm wrong because it doesn't match. It doesn't match. It doesn't go according to what you read. Time sheet.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart.
With all thy heart.
And with all thy soul.
And with all thy soul.
And with all thy might.
And with all thy might.
Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. Shall be in your mind. Anytime it talks about your heart, it's talking about your mind. So when God said that, we have no business forgetting.
That's right.
To forget is to die.
It's wicked.
To forget is wickedness. That's what King David said. He said, I have not wickedly forgotten thy laws. So when you forget the laws of God, it denotes wickedness. It shows that you had evil in you. See, the book gives you a description of what evil is. The book gives you a description of what wickedness is.
That's right, brother.
Our problem is that we don't want to accept it.
That's right. That's right.
We got our own definition and terminology about what is wicked.
Yeah,
That's right.
We have our own definition and terminology about what is wicked. And we don't base what wicked is according to what God said is wicked. And that's the problem. Tom Sheep.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Huh? Shinantam. The Hebrew word for teach diligently, it means shinantam. It means to inculate. All right? To inculate means what? To teach a certain type of idea. To teach a certain type of principle, habit in God by persistent repetition. Causing the person to understand and accept it. So this is something, these are things that we have to go over and over and over. You may not understand it the first time. You may not understand it the first time because nobody gets it the first time. When you're hearing it, it's strange to your ears because I was not raised this way.
That's right.
So it's going to take constant repetition in order for me to accept this, or in order for me to get accustomed to this. And this is how, the only way to get accustomed to it, I have to do it over. I got to practice. Practice means repetitively. Doing something over and over, it grows on you. When I continue to do something over and over, now it becomes like a routine. It becomes habitual. We can create our own habits.
That's correct.
I said we create our own habits.
That's right.
Tom Sheep.
And shall talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
Talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
When thou walkest by the way.
When you walk by the way.
When thou liest down.
When you lie down.
When thou risest
and
up.
when you rise up.
And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand.
And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand.
And they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
And they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. So there are laws that belong between your eyes. There are laws that belong binded upon your hand. This is not what people say metaphor. This ain't no metaphor. It's literally laws that goes between your eyes. There's literally laws that goes on your hand. There are laws that goes on your doorpost. That has nothing to do with a third eye or none of that foolishness. None of that foolishness. Tom Sheep.
And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates.
Now in the Hebrew it says katab. Katab al. Katab al means to write it upon the doorpost. We was commanded to write it upon the doorpost. But my father said, nah, we ain't doing that. He said, because we don't own this apartment. And we'll be writing and inscribing the law on the doorpost where people is going to come in and paint over it.
What if we leave?
Right. I wouldn't write it on the doorpost of my house. Why? Because I don't know when when destruction is going to come. It may come a point in time where I may lose that house. I don't know. It's not a guarantee for me to keep that house. I may come into hard times and I end up losing my house.
So you said that was a permanent situation back then.
That's right.
Gotcha.
So therefore, I took all the laws, I shrunk it by kinkos, laminated it, put it inside the doorpost, the zikron, and put it inside there and stick it there. Tom Sheep.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 10. And it shall be when the Lord thy God shall have brought thee into the land which he sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou buildest not.
To give thee great and goodly cities that you didn't build.
Houses full of all good things.
Houses full of all good things that you didn't build.
And wells dig.
Wells dig. You didn't dig them.
Vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not.
Doesn't that sound like God is preparing a place for us? God, it sounds like a husband dealing with his wife, where before you get your wife, you have to arrange and set a spot. You got to get a spot for them. And when you get the spot, everything is decorated.
And
The beds is there, chairs, living room, everything is decorated in place. All she got to do is move it. That's what God did to us. Everything dug, everything planted, wells dig. I ain't got to do nothing. Just move in. But this was the promise that God gave to my father, to our father Abraham. And he told Abraham that his seed is going to inherit this land. He said his seed is going to inherit this land. Now, we moved into the land. God told us what to do to remain in the land. We went against God and turned on God. So because we didn't keep our end of the bargain, God spewed us out. The Creator kicked us out the land. Got evicted. Tom sheet.
When thou shalt have eaten and be full. Verse 12. Then beware, lest thou forget the Lord, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
When thou hast what? Eaten and you're full. When everything is going right for you, he said, beware. Be on guard with yourself.
Lest thou forget.
Because this tends to happen. Every time things is going good with a person, we tend to forget God. We tend to forget God. That happens all the time. Go ahead, read.
Then beware, lest thou forget the Lord, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt,
from
the house of bondage.
The house of bondage. God always got to remind us, remember, I did this for you. So don't forget I ain't do that. But don't forget what I did for you, man. And this is a system. These are things that we have to remember within ourselves. We cannot forget the good that a person done for you. We tend to forget a lot. And we tend to take the good that a person do for us and we thrust it out the window and to justify our actions.
That is true.
Tom sheet.
Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God.
Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God.
And serve him.
And serve him.
And shalt swear by his name.
To be afraid of the consequences from violating God's commandments. That's fear. But in order to be afraid of the consequences from violating God's commandments, you have to have a certain amount of belief in God to believe that if I do this, I know something has happened. I am expecting something to happen. So therefore, by me expecting something or some type of repercussion from my actions, that's what's going to keep you walking upright. We don't believe in God. We don't think nothing is going to happen. We think time and chance. Time and chance happens to us all, man. Better remember that, man. So therefore, because we know and we understand that there is a time and chance that happens to us all. Maybe not your time, but when that person is going through it, support. Why? Because you want to support it. Consider and support. Because it's going to come a time where you need support.
That's right.
The problem is we don't believe that there's consequences for offending God. We don't believe that there's consequences for violating his laws. So we willingly violate his laws, which makes us violators, profane, common, just like the rest. We become like everybody else. Come see.
Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Ye shall not go after other gods.
Ye shall not go after other gods. Okay. How do you go after other gods? The Hebrew word for after is acharei. It means to go after, right? To go after, when I checked it out, people feel that to go after other gods, you have to be in the church or in the Muslim mosque. There's so much more to it. Because going after other gods also means to have the same views of when you, to have the same view of, which means you think the same.
I see it the same way.
And because I think the same, I'm going to reject the law. Because the way I think doesn't coincide with what God says. I have a heathenistic mentality, and the person that has a heathenistic mentality is going to reject the laws of God. It's going to cause you to go opposite from what God says. Your thinking pattern changes the things you agree and disagree with. With your enjoyments is what you are attracted to. What do you like? According to what you like, according to what you enjoy, shows me what you are attracted to. Tells me what you are attracted to. To resemble means to be like unto or similar to. Tom sheet.
You shall not go after other gods of the people which are round about you.
You shall not go after other gods of the people which are round about you. Read.
For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you. Lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth.
God is jealous.
He's a jealous God.
He's a jealous God. Which means God got emotions.
That's right.
Your emotions could be evil and your emotions could be good.
That's right.
But when you allow your emotions to detour you away from God, now you have to control that. Those are the emotions that you have to control. Ain't nothing wrong with having emotions. Ain't nothing wrong with having emotions. But you got to check yourself when your emotions begin to detour you away from what God says. It puts you out. It's right. It puts you out of the way, man. Your emotions is what's causing you to do the actions and do the things that you're doing because you're getting emotional and you're not thinking with cognitive thoughts. Go ahead, Tom Sheep.
You shall not tempt the Lord your God as he tempted him in Massah.
See, you shall not tempt the Lord your God like you tempted him in Massah. Go ahead.
Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord.
Tempt, right? The Hebrew word for tempt is nasa. Tempting God is deliberately disobeying his laws, his will, with the expectation of forgiveness. We tempt God and then want God to forgive us. Ain't that something? Huh? It don't go like that. I said we tempt God deliberately and then look for forgiveness. We don't want him to chastise us. Huh? Go ahead.
Verse 17. You shall diligently keep the commandments
You shall
of the Lord.
diligently. Diligent in keeping God's commandments. Diligent in keeping God's commandments means what? To obey God's instructions with careful persistence. I said to obey the instructions of God persistently.
That's right.
Persistent. To where you're so persistent with observing these laws that you also can face the east and tell God that I don't miss a congregation unless I'm dead or in jail or hospitalized. You got to be able to say things like that.
That's right.
You got to say things like that. And that comes in time. You got to build your streak with God.
Right.
Oh, Lord God, from the time,
Right.
you know how long my father instituted not to carry burdens?
That's right, brother.
Since the 90s.
Right.
1993, 92.
Right.
What year is this? And I can say from 1992, 93 to 2025, I didn't carry no burden in my hand.
That's right, brother.
Huh?
That's right.
Which means we got to be persistent with God, man.
Right. Right.
We got to be persistent with God and stop going in and out. But the only way you're going to be persistent if you believe. A burden is anything that is carried. It doesn't depict how heavy it is or how light it is. I said a burden is anything that is carried.
That's right.
Jeremiah 17 said you should not exit your house with a burden.
That's right.
I said Jeremiah chapter 17 states you should not exit your house with a burden. A burden is anything that is carried.
That's right.
You can't tell me what that means. It means what it says, and it says what it means. There is no explanation. You can't add on no explanation there. And this is what Israelites do. We add on to explanations to what the book says. Disregard what God says. And we do our own thing. Why? Because we follow the crowd. We follow the crowd. We tend to follow the crowd that we involve ourselves in. But you have to learn to stick out. You have to be a man to know to stick out. Huh? And that's what my father was. He stuck out.
That's right.
I said my father stuck out. Where everybody blended in, he always had a keen eye. Very careful.
That's right.
Nah, I ain't doing that. He always backed up.
That's right.
And he was called strange, weird, strange, weird, he's different. Then you had people say, oh, everybody do the same thing. Like, that's the problem.
Everybody doing the same. That's the problem.
Once everybody is doing the same thing, I'm stepping out.
Yeah.
I'm stepping the hell out. Nah, I'm stepping out.
Normal ain't the way.
And I'm going to analyze the situation according to the decisions and the standards of God.
Yeah.
Then I make my decision whether should I be wise of joining this or should I step out?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to offend God.
That's right.
I said, I don't want to offend God. I put God first.
That's right,
Put God first, man. Tom sheet.
You shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God.
Diligent in keeping God's commandments, to obey God's instructions with careful, persistent, and wholehearted effort, demonstrating a deep commitment to God's will rather than a negligent approach. Go ahead, Tom sheet.
And his testimony, and his statutes, which he had commanded thee. Verse 18, and thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that it may be well
and
with
thou
thee.
shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of God, which means do that which is just and righteous, the things that God said is just and righteous, not what you said is rust, not what you decide is good. Just in all your ways. I said we have to be just in all our ways concerning actions, concerning speech, within the standards of the laws of God. I said within the standards of the laws of God. I have to train myself, not me. I got to train myself not to allow my emotions to get the best of me.
That's right.
That's what I got to do. Because my mother told me not to do something and I failed the test. And I just thought about that just now. Where God put a certain situation before my face where I got pricked at, and I got angry, and I got blown out of proportion. When I should have acknowledged my actions. Wait a minute, this is the adversary trying to trap me.
Always trying.
And he used people
Agents
to trap you, to get you to violate laws, commandments, and statutes, so that, because guess what? We all got an age around us. You see, Job had an age. We all have an edge around us also. But you know who opens the hedge? You open it with your actions and your doings against God.
That's right.
So now I told myself I have to be more on point with myself and not allow evil and wicked people to get me agents. My father used to say, to get me out of my character and use words that my mother told me not to use. That was a setup.
That's right, brother.
Setup.
That's right, brother.
Let's read.
That's right, brother.
that it may be well with thee.
That it may be well with thee, that you may improve, to be better. In order to improve and become better with God, we must be just with God and each other. We got to be just with God, and we got to be just with each other. Not just God, man. We got to be just with each other. Which means, if you don't want to be yelled at,
That's right, brother.
don't yell at me.
That's right, brother.
That's what that means.
That's right.
That's just.
That is
But
just.
people think they know what evil and wickedness is. When you do things to people, that you don't want done to yourself, you're evil and you're wicked. You're evil and wicked before God. That's right. Tom sheep.
That it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land.
That thou mightest go in and possess the good land. God has set up a beautiful land.
Talk about it.
He said he called it the land of milk and honey. Huh? He said, when you get in this land, he said, you ain't got to work. You ain't got to do nothing. Everything is set up. The only thing I require of you, nation of Israel, is to fulfill my words, fulfill my commandments. Fulfill my commandments. But Moses knew the future because God revealed it to him. So Moses went to the people and says, for your sakes, why I cannot go into this land. It's because of you. Huh? It's because of you. Because y'all provoke me and provoke me and provoke me. The meekest man that ever lived. He has a point. He has a
limit.
He has a limit.
He has a limit.
After you keep saying, listen, stop, don't do this no more, please.
Listen, stop.
Stop, please. I don't want to do this no more. Listen, can you please stop? I'm not dealing with you this way. Why are you dealing with me this way? Now, after the 5th or 6th time, I don't reach the point. And you explode. Now the person is wrong. We some evil people, man. We some evil people. We evil. Yeah, we evil. We are evil, man. The only way to get ourselves out of this evil bracket, get out of this evil bracket with God, we have to do these laws. We have to live according to what God said. If we don't live according to what God said, you're evil. That's it. Plain and simple. Now be truthful with yourself. Am I doing what I know to be lawful and right by God? I said, am I really doing what is lawful and right by God? Be truthful with yourself when you ask yourself that. Tom C.
That thou mayest go in and possess the good land which the Lord sware to thy fathers. Deuteronomy 6, verse 19.
Tom C.
To cast out all thine enemies.
To cast out all thine enemies.
From before thee.
From before thee.
As the Lord had spoken.
That was for then. I said, God said to cast out all thine enemies that was before you. Wipe everybody out. Which means what? God only accepted Israel at that time. But that's not for today. We got to stop shunning people and pushing people away from God that wants to serve God. Stop coming up on the platform telling the people that this is only for black people. This ain't only for no damn black people.
No.
Anybody can serve God, whether you're black, white, purple, yellow. No, man, we got to stop this foolishness. One brother said, hey, you got a white boy teaching God's people. Man, don't you go shut up. Shut up, man. Who cares about the complexion? Who cares?
At least he's teaching.
I say, who cares about the man's complexion?
His heart wants to serve God.
But he has a determination to serve God. Why you have a problem accepting? That's right. And the man is pushing for God. He don't shave. He don't cut his hair. He observes Shabbat. Why we discourage people that wants to serve God, man? And we treat them differently. See, this is the problem. This is the problem, man. God said to love the stranger. Okay. And if you have a Chinese man come amongst us, that's the stranger. You have to treat that Chinaman the same way you would treat the homeborn. Don't look at the man and treat him opposite. Don't treat him different. He wants to serve God.
God don't deal with color.
God don't deal with color.
Yeah.
God don't deal with color, man.
No.
Let's read.
Verse 19.
Verse 19.
To cast out all thine enemies from before thee.
To cast out all our enemies from before thee. Now remember, the enemies that God is talking about was those 7 nations. Now those 7 nations, those Canaanite 7 nations inhabited where?
Where Israel is
In Israel.
Yeah.
But they migrated. Remember, Ham.
After Hittite. After the Hittite nation.
So these 7 nations was black nations. They was all black. And this is why I keep saying, not because you're black means you're Israel.
Okay.
Because you could be a 10. Look. We cannot, there's no way you can pinpoint a Hittite today.
Okay.
There's no way you can pinpoint a Perizzite today. There's no way you can pinpoint a Canaanite today. So how the hell you can pinpoint an Israelite?
Okay.
How? How can you pinpoint an Israelite? I only know if you're Israel by according to why you live.
That's right.
That's how I know you're Israel. How you live and what you stand for. So you stand for God and you live according to the standards that God has set. That's my people. That's my man. But if you ain't serving God, you not my people. Michael Jordan ain't my people.
Okay.
Huh? Larry Johnson ain't my people.
Okay.
Huh? LeBron James is not my people.
Okay.
Carmelo Anthony ain't my people. Bill Cosby is not my people.
Okay.
Serve God. Now I can say you're mine people.
Yeah.
Huh? They serve idols of wood and stone.
Right.
Serve God. Now I can tell you this is my people. God said, what God said? He said, my people shall hear my voice.
That's right.
Psalms chapter 50 or 51 states this is what God said. He said, my people shall hear my voice. So if you don't hear the voice of God, you ain't God's people.
Stranger.
And I'm talking about Israelites too. We have a lot of people that claim the heritage of Jacob, but they are not hearing and observing what God said.
Okay.
Huh?
If I
Which
said
means
presumptuous.
we have made ourselves strange in the eyes of God
Yeah.
by not fulfilling his word. Huh? God is
right.
Listen, when we go against these words, God said he despises us. Huh? I said, when we go against this word, these laws, God said he despises us.
That's right.
You despise his commandment.
Okay, because you despise his laws. Go ahead, read.
And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which the Lord our God had commanded you?
Say that again.
And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies of the statutes and judgments which the Lord our God had
You
commanded
know how many times my son come and ask me questions?
you?
And I said, all right, son, hold up 1 minute. Then I check myself. Nope, let me go answer these questions. I said, let me pause and answer these questions that he's throwing at me. Because your children gonna ask, why are we doing this?
Right.
What is the reason of doing this? What's the purpose of this?
They're gonna ask.
Yeah.
How they gonna ask? And you have to reiterate and reinstate them with what God says. Go ahead.
Then thou shalt say unto thy son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt,
We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt.
and the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand.
How did we end up in Egypt? It started with Joseph.
Mm.
It started with Joseph
Yeah.
dreaming. And God revealed to him the
The
future.
future, that's right.
The purpose.
That's right.
God said, all right, I got to get this guy in Egypt. So now I'm going to stir up these 10 boys here to start to despise him because he starts seeing things. Well, Jacob start dealing with him different. He start getting dreams. talking about the 11, talking about the 10, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bowed to him. Jacob immediately perceived and said, man, what you talking about, man? Are you talking? What you saying that me and your mother gonna bow to you? He said what he said. He said, but he observed the saying. He said, I observed the saying. Because, and in order to observe certain sayings, you can't have pride. I said, you can't have pride. Talking about, man, that ain't true, man. I don't believe none of that, man. Because I know that's wrong. That must be the devil. You mean your parents gonna bow to you? He ain't think like that.
You my son.
He didn't have, oh, you my son. What my son doing getting dreams and I ain't get it? You think you gonna get something before? No. That's not the mentality. And sometimes the Creator used certain people to get to you, to get a message towards you. So he observed the sayings. So one day he went to go check on his brothers. And from afar, they seen him coming and plotted to kill him. Reuben took him, put him in a pit, hoping to return him back to his parents. They went, only God knows how long they was eating. When they returned back to the pit, Joseph gone. He was taken out from Midianites, sold them into the Ishmaelites. Then the Ishmaelites sold them into Egypt, and he went through it. He went through it, man. In the dungeon for how long? He got put in the dungeon. Come on, man. But this was God's plan.
That's what he said.
Okay?
Yeah.
The situation that happened with Esau and Jacob, that was God's plan. All that was God's plan. Because the Creator revealed to Rebekah what was gonna take place between these two guys here. Huh? He said the elder shall serve the younger.
So
let's read.
And the Lord showed signs and wonders, great and sore, upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in, to give us the land which he sware unto our fathers. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is this day.
Go to Psalms 125. Go to Psalms 125. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he had commanded us. Huh? Or not halfway? Huh? So in order for God to accept us, we have to fulfill all of God's laws. We cannot fulfill half. We can't fulfill 3/4. We can't accept one law but disagree with one law, because God is not going to accept us not accepting or any whole way. We got to accept and fulfill all of God's law. Psalms 125. And then I'm going to come down. Okay, Psalms 125. You got it?
Yep.
Time sheet.
They that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion.
They that trust in the Lord, they that trust in God shall be as Mount Zion. Go ahead.
Which cannot be removed.
Which should not be removed.
But abideth forever.
But abideth forever. Go ahead.
As the mountains are round about Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is surrounded by mountains. Right. It made it very hard to invade. Very difficult to invade. This is why when King Hezekiah showed the secret passageway, it was an underground passage to get into Jerusalem. Hezekiah showed that to Babylon, and that's how we got raided, through the underground passage. When Babylon came in during the time of Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was telling Zedekiah, he said, Zedekiah, he said, all you got to do, King Zedekiah, is do this one thing. And God said, he said, if you do this one thing, I will turn Babylon back. Sometimes it takes one more mess, one more violation to tip you over your edge. And when you do that violation, there's no coming back. Sometimes, most of the time, when we violate God, we hit a point of no return. You don't want to reach that point with God, man. And when Zedekiah did not follow the command, the Most High allowed, because what was the command? Jeremiah commanded him, God commanded him to let go his brother. It came a point in time that we enslaved our own people. So Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah told him to return, to let the man go. Let him loose. And I will turn Babylon back. He said, Babylon is on their way. Right now, they're coming. He said, but if you do this one thing, I will turn them back. He didn't do it. He let him go and brought him back in. Babylon came in, raided Jerusalem from underground. Came in. Sad thing. A very sad thing, man, when you really think about it. You know what makes me think about it? When that movie Troy, when you watch that movie Troy, how the movie got invaded, how they got invaded, and everybody in the country, it was, I felt that. I don't know, I felt that, how everybody is running, they getting killed, the king is watching, everybody burning down. That's what happened in Jerusalem. People running all over the place, right? So Zedekiah tried to escape. At this point in time, the kingship is split. The kingship is split. Okay? Zedekiah snatched his family, his servants, his children, his wives, got on horses, and tried to cross the Jordan. Tried to cross the Jordan to get across where the other 10 tribes was at. What'd that tell you? He disregarded the beef between them. He said, once I get over there, y'all can come follow me. They got my back. They got my back, regardless of what. And this is the problem that we have today. I said, this is the problem that we have today. Israelites get in trouble and they leave them to themselves because you got beef or problems. Huh? Why you allow your problems or your beef that you have with another brother to back up and let the heathen have their way with him?
That's not good.
No, man. At that point in time, I disregard the problem. I said, at that point in time, I'm disregarding the problem I got with you. What? We go side by side, man. We going to war because we serve the same God. He says, the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people, from henceforth even forever. For the rod of the wicked. When I looked up the definition of rod, it means the branch. For the branch of the wicked. When I look up the definition of branch, it means the descendant. You know what a descendant is? That's family. Lineage. That goes on and on. My gosh. For the descendant or the lineage of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous. So the wicked and the righteous have different lots. I said the wicked and the righteous have different lots. If you live your life according to what God said, I'm not going where an evil sucker is going. We ain't going to the same place. Huh? We're not going to the same place. How in the world, there's a different destination. I don't know where we're going, but according to what the book said, you ain't going where Abraham is at. You ain't going where those righteous men live at. But your life doesn't coincide with those pious and righteous men. Your lives got to coincide with these pious men. Your lives got to coincide with these pious and godly women. You had some godly women in this book, man. You had some godly women, godly and righteous, high-power women that we read about in this book that men today can't touch. I learned from reading about these women. Look how Naomi, Ruth and Naomi, right? Naomi said, it grieves me She told Ruth, she said, it grieves me for your sakes that I don't have another son here to give you. Which means, yes, Naomi needed her help, but she also was considering her first. And that is that, and just that alone denotes and shows righteousness. Yes, I need your help. I'm on a crane. I need help. But I gotta consider you. I got to consider the person and say, listen, I don't need your help, man. You go on and live your life. Let that person decide, make his decision, whether he wants to go on or stay here and hold you down. You don't put yourself above that person's feelings. And that was the righteousness that I seen and I learned from Naomi, which means you cannot allow your needs to supersede or overbear another person's needs. Right. You always got to think about others. Yeah. And at the same time, if that person has any righteousness and godliness in them, they're going to consider you. Now, that's how you love your neighbor like you love yourself, because we both reciprocating and showing love to each other.
That's fair.
We don't reciprocate nothing.
That's right.
We speak emotionally. We get mad and get all emotionally, disregard each other, and then you always want to be right.
Yeah.
You always want to be right. I said, you always want to be right. True. You don't think that one time or another you could be wrong also? Huh? We don't have the heart of King David.
Don't give that.
Huh? The man, Shimei, threw stones at him. You know what King David said? He said, leave him alone, Abishai. He said, maybe God told him to throw stones at me. Maybe God told him to curse David. Leave him. Huh? He didn't get above his breeches and say, I'm the king. You ain't supposed to be throwing stones. Cut his head off. No. Because that's not humility. That's not humility. This is the utmost and the height of having humility. Okay? When certain things happen, you put it on God.
Not my pride.
Not my pride. God did it.
That's right.
God told him to do this to me. God made him do this to me. Why? Because I have came up short before God. We don't look at things like that, man. We don't look at things like that. We're always looking at them. They evil. Look what they did. Look what they did. But what about you? Maybe you've done something that caused this reaction. You ain't seen it. You're not seeing it. You're not recognizing it. Maybe it's your actions that caused this reaction. We ain't godly, man. We ain't godly. We don't know nothing about godliness, man. This is why it come a point in time after you continue to show a person, try to show a person over and over. Man, it's time to separate. Okay. I'm getting tired, man.
Okay.
Now I see what my father been talking about all these cotton picking years. I'm tired. Tired.
Yeah.
Because you teach the law, you show the law, and the same people that you're teaching the law to, they disregard God, they disregard the law, and then they start hating you. They start hating you for expounding on God's law. You kidding me, man?
Yeah.
I'm done, man. I can't deal with this no more, man. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. At a young age. But I'm tired.
Well, you out quick, huh?
Wore me out quick.
That's what the people will do to you.
Let's read.
To fear the Lord our God, for our good always.
To fear what?
To
where you at, brother? I said Psalms 125.
No, I forgot.
Yeah, but no problem, brother. No problem. Psalms 125. Verse 3.
For the rod of the wicked shall
for the
not
rod
rest.
of the wicked, for the branch of the wicked, for the descendant of the wicked,
shall not rest.
Upon
the lot of the righteous.
Upon the lot of the righteous. Okay?
There you go.
So when Samuel died, his spirit left.
Right.
These are facts. I'm not going to tell you what I don't know. I know all of our spirit leaves our body when we die.
Everybody's.
And we go to a spot, where a designated spot where we go and rest. Okay? Samuel's spirit is not resting in the same lot as Biggie Smalls and Tupac. Okay? All right? I don't want when God called my spirit from my body, I don't want my spirit to go in the same lot as the wicked. Because if my spirit go in the same lot as the wicked, it means you wicked. Okay? So the wicked and the righteous have two different lots. Okay? We have two different sections. Two different spots. Go ahead.
Lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity.
And the only way my spirit would go in the same lot as the wicked, he said, lest the righteous put forth their hands to iniquity. When I start disregarding the laws of God and I start going against what God said. And you don't, and then see, we gotta serve God with cautiousness, being cautious. This is why it's very important to read the book and do according to what the book said, and don't come up with no opinions and no questions and no ands and ifs and buts, because we don't have nobody here. Hey, listen here. All the teachers in Israel, all the so-called elders, don't never put their word above the book.
That's correct.
I said, don't put nobody's word or explanation or terminology about what they think above what God said. God said, hey, this is what God said. He said, hey, he's all right, you suckers. He said, I'm going to remove the prophets. I'm going to remove the priests, because these are the same people that you chased and wanted to kill. He said, I'm going to remove all these people, and I'm going to give you the book. Now, guess what? We don't need a prophet today to explain nothing. Just read it and do what it says. He said, don't eat blood. Don't eat no damn blood.
Okay.
Well, brother come to me and say, well, brother, if I cut my hand, can I suck it? That's blood, right? Why you ask me that, man? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Why you ask me that, man? Is that not blood? Yes. So why you putting it to your mouth? Why you ask me questions that you know the answer to? But you trying to hang me up. You trying to get me. You want me to agree with you. And then after I done told you the answer, you go and ask Chief Yakanan.
You're not satisfied.
You ain't satisfied with my question, because that's not the answer you was looking for. Don't eat blood. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. Make sure of that. And I know I teach people to serve God being cautious. This is why when it's dealing with certain laws, I have to be sure.
Correct.
I have to bet my life on it. Okay? This is why I don't buy from Muslims, because I can't bet my life. I'm taking people's words. So I don't buy halal meat, because I'm taking the Lulu word. These niggas serve gods of wood and stone, and they pray over their meat, but you go and buy from these people. I don't trust none of them. You know who I trust? Me. That's who. Me. That's who. I trust me.
That's how we was trained.
Trust yourself. When it's dealing with somebody else, now you got to put them over the scope to see where they're coming from, to see how they living, because you know you made your mind up to serve God. I don't know if you made your mind up to serve God like I made my mind up to serve God. So therefore, I serve God being cautious. I don't eat blood. I don't eat fat, and I don't eat meat that died of itself. And I'm not gonna take people's word.
No, no.
Because to take someone's word is to die. You're putting your life on the line.
Okay.
I say you're putting your life on the line. That's how serious it is. Not with you, with me. That's how serious I'm taking it. And that's how my father raised me. And it's stuck.
Yeah.
I said it's stuck.
Yeah, bro.
That's
I'm a
right.
split image of it.
He said,
I said it's
"Dog,
stuck."
Yeah.
Huh?
Read.
Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good.
Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good. I do good to you if you do good to me. I do good to you, and if you do me evil, I'm not going to return you evil, but I'm gone. Time to separate, because I don't return evil for evil, because I'm not evil.
Right.
I said, I'm not evil.
Circumstances will make you.
Okay?
That's correct.
Time sheet.
And to them that are upright in their heart.
And to them that are upright in their heart. To them that are upright in their heart. You know what an upright heart is? An upright heart is an upright mind. An upright heart is an upright mindset. So before you violate the laws of God, it comes here first. And when it comes here, the wisdom that God give you is going to correct it. You're going to correct yourself. No, I shouldn't think like this. No, I shouldn't be doing this because God said blah, 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 blah. No, I shouldn't walk this way because God said blah, 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 blah. According to what we read here, man. That's the only way we could be accepted. That's the only way God can accept us. We have to follow these laws, commandments, and statutes to the T. To the T. Just how it says is how we need to do it. That's it. No more, no less. Don't add on. Don't take it away. Because when we add on to the word of God, it will not be accepted.
Okay.
I said, when we add on to the word of God, it will not be accepted. Lead that zone.
That's right.
According to your will. But we ain't doing the law according to the will of God. We have to forsake our will to perform God's will. Forsake your emotions to perform God's will.
Right.
How you feel don't count. Because how you're feeling is causing you to detour away from God. It's stirring the feelings against God. So now we got to eradicate that and check that.
Right.
Let's read.
Verse 5. Psalms 125. As for such as turn aside.
As for such as turn aside.
Unto their crooked ways.
Unto their crooked ways. Yes, we crooked. We crooked as hell. I said we crooked as hell. You know how you know when you're crooked? How you know how you can determine who's crooked? When they do things contrary from what God said. That's perversion and that's crookedness. It shows that you're a pervert.
That's right.
Because you're contrary. You're opposite. And you change the order that God set. You know how many of us done change the order that God has set?
That's right, brother.
And when we change the order that we read in the book that God set, God said you a pervert. You done perverted my ways. You done changed my ways to fit you. And this is what we do. We change the ways of God to fit ourselves.
That's right.
Majority of us, I said majority of us, God don't want.
That's right. Say it again, Chief.
I said majority of
Say it
us,
again.
God don't want. We just here. Wasting time.
Say it again, brother.
Taking up space. I ain't the only one that said it. Don't disagree with me. It's in the book. I done heard how Nasi said it. He said majority of us, God don't want. Yeah, he said it too. But you disagree with me. Don't disagree with me. It's in the book. God don't want the majority of us, man. We have to make ourselves wanted by God.
That's right.
I said, man, we got to make ourselves wanted by
That's
God.
right.
According to how we live, according to things that we do, according to our thinking pattern. We got to make ourselves wanted by God, man. I want God to want me, man. I want God to choose me and elevate me and exalt me, like He told Abel, like He told Cain. He said, if you do good, He said, Cain, He said, why art thou wroth, Cain? Why are you angry? Why is your countenance fallen? You know why he was mad? Cain was mad. You know why he was mad? Because God didn't accept him.
That's right, bro.
Huh? He felt away.
That's right.
And the right thing for Cain to do, because he felt that way, was to improve and make himself wanted by God. But he didn't improve. He stayed in that zone. So when God corrects us, we cannot remain in the same zone.
That's right, brother.
I said we can't remain in the same zone.
That's right, brother.
We can't. Huh? We can't. Tom C.
As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel. Psalms chapter 126.
And with that, he said, wait, as for such as turn aside to their crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. You know what's the Hebrew word for lead? Huh? Pa'al. It means to do. All right, let's read that over. As for such as turn aside from their crooked ways, right? So there's a certain people that God is going to cause them or make them do.
Make them go aside.
You say He's going to make them do aside. All those who are crooked and perverted and contrary and opposite to God, He's going to cause you to go aside. That's deep, man. That's deep. So when God is causing you to go aside, you're never going to see it from what it says. You're never going to see it from what it says, because you're a crooked dude. You're an evil dude. You're a wicked dude. You perverted. And because of your perversion towards God, God is going to lead you astray.
That's right.
Certain people was only used. Certain people was only used to enlighten you and show you who God was.
That's right.
Now, after you learn who God is, the person that showed you who God was, he stagnated. He can't pick you up no further. It's time to go.
That's right.
It's time to go.
That's right.
You gotta pick it up.
Because you can't elevate me no more. You still stuck in the same rut that you've been stuck in.
That's right, brother.
So now it's time to go.
That's right, brother.
Because I'm looking for elevation. I'm trying to elevate with God.
That's right.
I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to learn more. So I got to go amongst people that's doing more than you so that I can learn.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
Let's read.
But peace shall be upon Israel.
And with that, I hope everybody has gotten what was bought.
Definitely.
And I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Do anybody have any questions? If you have any questions, ask the questions before I come down. Amen. Okay, so that word Amen, right? I don't say Amen. You know why? Because there was a deity named Amun Ra or Amun Ra. People say, oh, it was spelled different or whatever it is. But the Hebrew word for Amen, when you look up the definition of Amen, Aleph, Mem, Nun, Sophie, you know what it means? So be it. It means so be it. But me personally,
We say so.
it's your choice. You want to say it, you continue to say it. I'm not forcing nobody. I'm just repeating it. But there was a deity named Amun Ra, Egyptian deity named Amun Ra. So that's why I don't say Amen. And you decide you don't want to say it, you don't say it. If you want to say it, hey, that's you. You can say it.
But that's what.
That's where the word Amun Ra is.
It was inserted in the translation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not in the original Hebrew tongue. It was inserted in the Greek translations.
Right. Anybody have any more questions? I have a question. Why do you use the word Lord and God instead of Yah? Okay, the reason why I don't use that word Yod He Wav He, because I'm going to take you to Amos 6. So go to Amos 6. I'm not going to tell you why, but when you go to Amos 6, go to Amos 6 verse, we're going to get into it right now. Amos chapter 6 verse 10. Sister. Go to Amos 6. I don't know if it's a sister or a brother. Smiling armadillo.
That's Amunia.
Oh, that's Amunia. Oh, shalom, Amunia.
I'm a
The reason why I don't use Yod He Wav He, because in Amos 6 verse 10 it says, and a man's uncle shall take him up, and he shall burn him, to bring out the bones out of the house, and shall say unto him, that is by the sides of the house, is there yet any with thee? He said, and he shall say, no. He said, then shall he say, hold thy tongue. He said, hold thy tongue, which means stop what you're saying. Hold up. Stopped him in the middle of his conversation, and he said, for we may not make mention of the name of God.
That's right.
So this is why I don't mention the name of God, because it says here that we can't be mentioning God's name. In Exodus 4 or 5, it says, I was known to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as God Almighty, which is El Shaddai. El is God.
Yeah.
El is God. God Almighty. El Shaddai.
Right.
He said, but my name, Yod He Wav He, was I not known to them.
That's right.
All right. Then when you go into the Apocrypha, it speaks about the incommunicable name. Okay? That name is not supposed to be mentioned.
That's right.
That's right.
Hear it.
So that's why I don't mention it. You have brothers that mention it, but I don't mention it.
That's right.
I don't mention it. It's your choice. You want to mention it, you mention
There
it.
is a name you can't mention.
Right. Right. I don't mention it. Anybody have any more questions? I asked because I had heard that they replaced his name with God and Lord, and that was done by the Jewish rabbi. Yeah.
They don't say God's name.
A rabbi, listen, man.
That's right.
A rabbi just means what?
Teacher.
A teacher.
Teacher.
You ain't gotta go through no consecration or go through no teachings and go into rabbinical school. I'm a rabbi, and I ain't been to no rabbinical school.
That's correct.
That's right.
I'm a rabbi.
That's
I'm a
right.
rabbi. I'm a moray.
Right.
But most of all, I'm Chief Eleazar's son.
That's
So that makes me a chief
Automatic.
automatically.
Facts.
So any more questions?
Is it okay to call the creator God?
Creator, God.
Since God means
God
dog
means-
backward.
Well, it changes. Does God means dog? No. And does dog mean God?
No.
You're just switching the word. And when you switch the word, it changes the definition of
That's
the
right.
word.
That's right.
That's all it means.
That's right.
See, according to the Creator's name, right? The Most High name didn't have no vowels. We truly don't know the correct pronunciation of that name.
Right.
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 We truly don't know the correct pronunciation of that name. How we pronouncing it now and saying it, that's not the correct pronunciation.
That's right, brother.
That's why the vowels was left out.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no vowel.
There's no vowels.
Nobody
There was no
knows.
vowels under God's name.
That's
He
right.
said, by his name was I not know.
That's right.
Am I considered evil if I express that I don't want to be married again?
No.
No, you're not evil.
No.
No, you're not evil.
No.
Miriam wasn't married.
Whoever called you evil is evil.
Miriam wasn't married. She stayed to herself. It wasn't recorded in the book that Miriam was married.
You don't have to.
So you don't have to be married. If you want to stick to yourself and stay to yourself, stay to yourself.
Ask Rebecca, are you going to go with this man?
Men have heard this and said that it's not good that men and women should not be alone. Ah, please. Please. You could be alone. There was a lot of men that was alone. Elisha was alone. Elijah was alone.
He didn't have no family.
Enoch walked with God and was not. So a lot of men, when they decided to walk upright with God, they stayed to themselves.
Right.
That's right.
You know why? Because the level that they're going on, the people wasn't on.
Okay.
So therefore, they was pushing for righteousness.
Mhm.
Any more questions here? It's better to be alone than with bad company. That's right. Than with bad company. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's why people. That's why you have Israelites amongst themselves separate themselves. Why? Because everybody have a different mentality of how to serve God. One camp said they don't do the law this way. This other camp said they don't do it this way. This one said, oh, we don't do it this way. But God said, this is how you should do it.
That's right.
I said, but God said, this is how you should do it. So when you're disagreeing, talking about you don't do it this way, you're disagreeing with God, not with man, not with people. I'm just reiterating and repeating what I read. So be careful of your words, Israel.
Right.
Be careful. Any more questions? Any more questions?
I miss the companionship too.
There's nothing like peace of mind. Exactly.
Right.
Nothing like peace of
You
mind.
have people that are together right
That's a
now.
fact.
And you
People, you have people that's together,
There's no peace.
but there's no
Ain't
peace.
shalom, there's no peace.
One is
True.
aggravated,
Nobody's giving in.
True.
the other person is aggravated, and then one is aggravated, he aggravates the next one with the same spirit. Or this one is aggravated, and then or vice versa. That stuff rubs off.
That's right.
Instead of taking the break.
That's why when people say energy gives off a certain energy, yes, it gives off a certain
That's the
energy.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It's the
That's
spirit.
right.
Yes, it does.
That's right.
Anybody else have any questions? Any more questions? Any questions about Shabbat? Any questions about what things that we should be eating? Any questions about work? Things that we should be doing, shouldn't be doing?
Yeah.
Huh?
Me
Should any questions? Any questions? So I guess we don't have any more questions. Gender roles. Gender roles. And you are so right, sis.
Role of the man.
Gender roles. Yes. The man have a role and the woman have a role. Husband has a role
They have duties.
and the wives have a role.
Children
We
have a
all
role.
have our own duties. All right?
Everybody has.
We have our own duties.
It's obligated.
You know when the duties and the arguments and the strife starts? When the roles begin to change.
Uh-oh.
Because women can't handle the stress.
That comes-
They're not built to handle the stress of paying bills, doing this, doing this.
Going out.
And you got some that can handle it, but they rather sit home.
That's not the
That's not the regular role.
Wait a minute.
I heard a woman say, I thank God for you because I'm able to sit home while you pay all the bills.
That's right.
I said, sister, don't play with me, man.
I have two questions.
I said, oh. That's what the sister said. She's happy that she's able to sit home and kick her feet back while her man pay the bills.
That's a very
And guess what? And you know what her role is? Is to take care of the damn house.
Yeah.
I don't want to come home from work paying all the bills and I see things out of place. And that's when the attitude starts.
That's right.
I got two questions.
What's the first question?
Is making your bed on Shabbat morning considered work?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make my bed on
It's
Shabbat.
considered.
That's
what
It's
it is.
work. Yeah,
That's
It
work.
is work.
yeah. I wouldn't make my bed on Shabbat.
Fixing the
That's
bed.
you're fixing and preparing the bed. I would leave that just like that.
The
That's
hotel.
work. It's
In the
work.
All right.
hotel,
You got hotel people that go in there for work
That's
and their
right.
job
That's
is to
their
fix the
job.
bed and
That's their
prepare the
job.
bed.
That's right.
But me personally, I'm not doing it. You have people that fix their beds and do things like that.
And
I'm
they
not doing
violate
it.
And they violate.
I'm not doing it
because it's work.
because it's not something that you have to do.
Have to do.
You don't have
It's best to just leave the bed the way it is so that you can be not at fault with God.
100%.
So you can be 100% sure
that you didn't violate the day.
That's right.
Okay.
Another
What's the other question?
Can you crochet on the Shabbat?
Crochet.
Crochet.
No, you can't crochet.
Mm.
I'm not gonna crochet on Shabbat.
I ain't
I'm not
sew.
making no fringes.
You can't
I ain't
sew
making.
on
You know why?
Hey.
Shabbat. You know what Shabbat means? Shabbaton. Shabbaton means general strike.
Work stoppage.
General strike means work stoppage.
General shutdown.
Okay? General strike means work stoppage. General strike. Nothing moves. Everything on the halt. Everything stops. So I'm not crocheting. I'm not making no fringes. I'm not doing none of that.
That's
Not
right.
ironing.
I'm not ironing clothes. The
Regardless.
clothes that I need to iron has to be ironed already.
That's right.
Huh?
Like sis said, I
Sis.
wait, eat, dress, and praise God.
What's the other one?
That was it.
Any more questions? This is why men and women should understand their roles. Exactly. Exactly. And the fathers, sometimes the fathers are lacking. And the mothers are lacking because they don't teach their sons their roles by being an example.
That's
The
right.
mothers don't teach the daughters their role by being an example.
That's right.
My sisters was taught very well by my mother.
Very
Yeah.
well. That's right.
And
Yeah.
every one of my sisters was taught how to cook,
Mhm.
was taught how to dress,
That's right. That's right.
how to walk,
Kangs.
how to conduct themselves.
Kangs.
You know why? Because first, in order for a woman to be taught how to, you have to be taught how to be a wife.
Mhm.
You got to be taught how to be a wife.
Yeah.
You got to be taught how to be a husband.
That's right.
You got to be taught these things. So when you ain't taught these things or shown these things, you react in a way that's not acceptable.
That's right.
That's right.
You got to be taught those
That's
things.
right.
The husbands, the fathers got to teach their sons by being examples.
That's right.
By being examples. By showing them and being examples.
That's right.
So by you showing them, when they grow up, that's the only thing they know. They're not going to require their wives or their woman to go work while you sit down playing PlayStation.
That's right.
You ain't going to feel right. You're not going to feel comfortable.
That's right.
You're not going to feel comfortable doing
That's
that.
right. That's right.
So these are things that we as a people, we got to teach our sons. The woman has to teach their daughters.
That's right.
Because by the parents teaching the children how to be husbands and wives, then maybe then the relationship will last.
Much more change.
It will last. You have a better chance of it lasting.
Higher profitability.
But the reason why these relationships don't last is because it's out of whack.
I was on my road.
It's
Nobody stays in their place.
That's right.
true.
Then sometimes we get influenced
Yeah.
That's right.
by watching Mendici.
That's right.
What's that?
Reality TV.
Reality TV.
Yeah.
Reality
I had to tell one woman, don't you dare come and slap me. My name ain't Mendici.
Right.
Don't come over here and think you're gonna raise your hand on me.
That's right,
Please
brother.
don't smack me, sister.
Mhm.
I'm not putting my hands on you. You can get angry and throw things. I'm gonna run out. But do not put your hands on me.
That's right.
Because my name is not Mendici.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
My name ain't Ray J. You ain't gonna hold off and smack me.
That's right.
That's right.
My mother smacks me only. Only my mother does that.
Say it again,
Right.
Only woman.
My father does that.
Say it again, brother.
That's
That's
it.
right.
Say it, say
And
it.
guess what?
It's only one person.
We gotta stop putting our hands on the woman.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That is not the
Yeah.
answer.
We gotta stop
That is
beating
not
our
the answer.
woman.
That's
That's
right.
Speak
Stop.
on it, brother.
Beating your woman.
That's right.
Not because you married her and you taking care of her means you can beat down your woman.
No le pega. No le pega.
No me pega ni negra.
No le pega.
Okay? No me pega ni negra.
It is.
Where that sister at?
Yeah, but push.
Shavanya. She know what that means. What's the question? Where in the Torah can we find what a rabbi is and what are his duties? There is nowhere in the Torah or in the Hebrew where you can find rabbi.
That's right.
The only thing you find are chief and prince, Nasi and Aluf. You find judges, shoftim. You find kings, right? Which was Melech. You find governors,
That's right.
which was the Tieshata.
That's right.
You never find rabbi. Rabbi is Judaism, come from the Jews.
That's right.
Ain't nothing about no concerned Jews. Rabbi, you ain't gonna never find a rabbi inside this book.
It's Judaism.
Never.
It's Judaism.
So I ain't no damn rabbi. My name is Chief Shaman.
It's Judaism,
The
bro.
reason why is because
Rabbi is Jewish.
in the Old
That's right.
Testament, it says
That's
the
it.
Levites shall teach the people.
The Levites shall teach the people, but don't use
Right.
rabbi. You're never gonna.
You're not
No
gonna
one can
see-
show me rabbi in the
You're
Hebrew
not gonna see
in this
rabbi.
book. You're not gonna see rabbi.
You're not gonna see that.
You're not gonna see rabbi. Okay. Where in the Torah? What's the next question? I have to tell my girls, don't even put your hands. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Exactamente.
You can't have aggressive
That's
behavior.
nowhere in the Tanakh. So we're rabbi is Jewish, yeah, religious Jews. So Israelites shouldn't be a rabbi. No, we ain't rabbis. Either you're a chief, you're a prince. We can't have kings here. We can't have no Kohanes here because the kings and the priests have to be consecrated. But you have people that's calling themselves priests, Kohen, and Kohen Hagadol, the high priest. And they ain't go through no consecrations. We don't even have a tabernacle or a temple. There's only one temple.
Okay.
We don't have none of that. So we can't have no priest here. We can't have no king here. But we can have chiefs and princes and officers to help out with matters, like what Jethro told Moses. He said, appoint the officers and the captain, the carrot, and the no. He said, appoint officers. But this is the criteria of an officer. The criteria of an officer is able men, hating covetousness, men of truth. Okay? Hating covetousness means in the Hebrew, hating unjust gain, which means you don't take bribes in judging nobody's favor. Okay? Men of truth meaning you got to speak the truth and you got to be truthful in your actions and your words.
Yeah.
You have to be truthful men in order to be a priest, a chief,
That's right.
or a prince.
That's right.
If you are not a truthful person, then you ain't no chief. You shouldn't be chiefs and princes. We don't use the criteria and the standards that God had. All we got to do is like you. I like him. He looks out for me. You know what? I'm gonna make him a priest, a prince, or a chief. He's a damn blasted liar, and he doesn't qualify.
That's right.
He don't even know the book.
When he shines,
You know, we got chiefs and princes that don't know the book.
That's
They
right.
don't observe Shabbat.
That's
Come
right.
out when they feel like it,
That's
and
right.
these my name is chiefs.
That's right.
Got this other one called Prince. Comes out on Shabbat when he feel like it. Or only on the feast when there's food.
That's right.
That's when you see Israelites pop out of the woodworks.
That's right.
You see Israelites that you ain't seen in years. It's truth, man. These dudes go hiding.
That's
And when
right.
the feast come, they come around with their stomach in their hand.
That's right.
Want to eat. Where you been at all this time?
That's right, bro.
And these are the people that's called chiefs and prince.
That's right, bro.
Don't make Shabbat. Don't observe no Shabbat. Don't do no law. Israelites think all you gotta do is put on fringes and you do law. There's more to it, man. I said there's more to it. It's not just about wearing fringes because we ain't even doing that right.
That's right.
God told us to wear fringes and put the fringe upon the corners of about 4 corners of our vesture, not on the borders.
That's right.
Not on the borders, on 4 corners.
That's right.
Question.
What's the question?
Next question. On the Shabbat, should we be playing music and laughing?
On the Shabbat, ain't nothing wrong with laughing because you can enjoy the day,
That's
and
right.
it depends on what music.
And what you laughing?
Depends
You
on
have
what
to,
music.
you gotta play. See, one thing about me, the music of today are demonic music.
That's right.
Imagine putting the word of God to 50 Cent. Welcome, put it to the club, pop it for the bug, and now you put the most high words to this. It's the most high, the pop it. No, I'm not gonna put godly words to these demonic music of
That's
today.
right. That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Because as we know, the music industry has leaned and has inclined towards idolatry, to evil and witchcraft.
That's
And they
right.
put jinns on the music today, and Israelites take the music of today and rap over it, adding God's word to it. I won't do that.
That's
They
right.
remix it and add God's word to it. I don't do that.
That's right.
I don't accept that.
That's right.
I don't accept that. Ain't nothing wrong with playing music, but the music that we play has to be has to be ancient music.
Original
That's
ancient
God of
music.
the day. That's right.
Right.
Original ancient music.
Tom, what's the you got another question here?
No, ain't
No,
No.
no.
Have to be an example of how to live according to the book. Facts. We have to be an example of how to live according to what the book says. According to what the book says. It's very important that we follow this book.
That's correct. That's correct. They do the same thing with Christian music.
Israelites listen, like my brother just said, Israelites listen and add Tupac beats, Biggie Small beats, and then rap about God on a Tupac beat that was used for witchcraft and jinns, that was used to dedicate it to the Bath. You know what the Bath is? Come on, man. I wouldn't do that. And we gotta stop doing that, man.
That music goes through
We
rituals.
gotta stop doing that. That's what they do with Christian music.
That's correct.
Then add the creator's name there. Wait a minute. Then add the creator's name there.
Yeah, gospel music is like
Creator's name where they have JC name. Oh, no good. No good. What do you think about music that has lyrics about the Most High in a rap version? No good.
No good.
You're not mixing that.
Not mixing. I'm not mixing holiness with profane.
That's
right.
This is we have to put a distinguish and the separation between the holy and the profane,
That's
between
right.
wickedness and righteousness.
That's
I would not add and rap over
melody.
a beat that was used in today's music. Because
Right.
these music that's used today, they put jinns over it.
They serve their gods in that music.
Right.
To the difference.
Read the
You have a
lyrics.
brother, Prince Shimshon, one of my brothers, right? He makes his own beats. Original. You want a beat? Go to Prince Shimshon. I call him Prince Shem.
That's correct. One of my favorite
He makes
songs.
his own beats.
Love that song. Yeah.
And I noticed that when he makes songs for God, this is a beast that he created with himself,
Music that he created.
that he made, and he sings songs to dedicate it to God. I will accept that.
That's David. He's doing exactly
I
what
accept
David
that.
Right.
did. That's correct.
That's what King David did.
Exactly what
I'm not taking no 50 Cent beat and put the word of God to that.
That's right.
I don't
No,
want that feeling.
man.
I don't want that feeling.
I'm not doing that. Because that 50 Cent beat that's used, those are demonic beats.
That's right.
Those are beats that was used in the jinns.
That's right.
That was beats that was dedicated to the Bath. You know, can't do that, man. What do you think about music? Any more questions? Share, like, and subscribe, family. I got 21 likes and 50 people in the room. Let's get those likes up. Share, like, and subscribe, family. And with that, we will be starting tomorrow morning at 10:30. If you don't have any more questions, then we're gonna shut it down. And I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
This is what the-
Shalom.
No, take it out.